Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? And so in this audio, I want to talk about disrespectful women and why you need to steer clear of disrespectful women. You need to stay away. You need to run, not walk, run when you are in the presence of a disrespectful chick. You understand? And see, what a lot of guys got to understand is that when you are out here interacting with women, approaching girls, dealing with chicks, there's going to be some women who are extremely disrespectful. Extremely disrespectful. It's ridiculous. Like, some of it will boggle your mind. Like the fact that you would actually go up and approach a woman and say hi or hello, and she'll lose her fucking mind. There's actually women out there like that. Right? There was actually a video the other day I saw, I think on World Star Hip Hop, where this guy says hello to some chick and she starts losing her mind, talking about, oh my God, you're sexually harassing me, you're crazy, and this and this and that. It was just a whole bunch of bullshit. And, later I found out who the girl was, and I actually seen she has like videos on YouTube or whatever. And I was like, yeah, this chick is just fucking crazy. You understand? And the thing is, this is what I want to talk about with disrespectful women, is that a lot of disrespectful women, right? The reason why they're disrespectful is a couple things, right? Is one, they have poor social skills. Two, she just has issues just in general. And three, society tolerates her disrespect, so then she continues to be disrespectful, right? So let's talk about the poor social skills, because a lot of times when you are out here and you are interacting with women, you're going to approach them, you're going to be the first one to go up to them and talk to them and all this other stuff. So you're going to have usually two types of women. You're going to have the women who you can talk to them, have a regular conversation like a normal person, like a normal, mature person. And whether you get her number or y'all, exchange numbers or something happens, it either happens or it doesn't, or she doesn't give you the number or whatever. But with that woman, it's a regular thing. It's not like she's not being mean to you. She's not being rude to you. She's rejecting you. You understand? Like, she's just being normal. Like, you might say, hey, we should get together, give me a number. And she might be like, oh, I have a boyfriend, I can't. Or she'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not really that interested in that right now. You know what I mean? Like, she's being cool about it. You understand? Then you have women that you approach who you go up to them and you're like, hey, what's going on? And she'll just like not say anything to you. You understand? Or she will, respond to you with a really like negative tone. You understand? Or she'll be like, oh, I don't feel like talking right now, leave me alone, like that type of stuff. You understand? Like, it's like that very disrespectful tone, right? Now what happens is that in society, we've made that okay for that to be cool. Do you understand? For a woman to just be that disrespectful. So what I mean by this is this. Let's say, for example, you're on a train or something and you're trying to get off the train and it's crowded, right? So your stop is coming up, and what you would usually say if someone's in your way, you'd be like, excuse me. And then that person will move out the way and then you would get off the train, right? Now, let's say the train is crowded, your stop's about to come up, and instead of saying excuse me, you look at them and you're like, yo, get the fuck out of my way. You understand? It's you're basically saying the same thing, but in one instance you're saying it like, yo, excuse me, and then like, all right, cool. And in 1 minute you're being an asshole, talking about get the fuck out of my way, right? So a lot of times when you approach women and you talk to them, they'll have that get the fuck out of my way, vibe just off the jump. You understand? So a lot of their, that negativity is uncalled for. You understand? And that's their poor social skills. You understand? See, it'll be one thing if, you're saying you're trying to get off the train and you're like, excuse me, and a person is like trying to block you from getting out the way, and then you try to move on the other side, and then they actually literally try to block you so you don't get out, so you can't fucking get out the train. And then at that point you could be like, yo, get the fuck out of my way, because now they are deliberately trying to fuck with you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So your response, even though I still wouldn't respond that way, you understand, but your response will be a little bit more warranted in that situation to be like, get the fuck out of my way, right? So let's say if a dude is trying to talk to a chick and she's being cool at first, and then she's like, I gotta go, blah, blah, blah. And then he keeps trying and following her and doing all that other shit. Then if she gets, a little bit agitated, then that's understandable. But you have women where you will actually just come up to them and say hello or hi or talk to them one time. This is the first thing you're saying out of your mouth, and they will be disrespectful to you, right? And that's with them having poor social skills. And another thing too, and when we talk about, women being disrespectful, is that some of these women, they have issues. So the argument usually is that a woman might say, well, I get approached all the time by guys, and sometimes I'm not in the mood and all that. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. But the fact that she will be, nasty to a guy who just says hello, that shows she has issues. And her issue is that she doesn't know how to deal with those situations. So then she has all that pent up anger from it, or that she's annoyed, and then she takes that out on the dude. You understand? And then that goes back to their poor social skills. So it all kind of like intertwines, right? But see, the thing is, you got to understand that you're going to run into women who are going to be disrespectful just off the jump. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing is that you have to not fall into entertaining that or giving that any attention. See, a lot of times what I notice, because, I go out and I'm out with my friends or whatever, we chilling, talking to some girls or whatever. And, we see other guys going out talking to girls or whatever. And then sometimes you will see a guy approach a woman and they're talking, and then she's just being straight disrespectful. And then what happens is that he is sort of still trying to get with her. You understand? And this is what I mean by society is tolerating her disrespect. Because just on a whole, like people sort of give women leeway and chances and say, oh, well, she was feeling this way, so that's how she's going to be and all this other stuff. And then since guys want to have sex so bad, they're willing to just sort of, let shit slide. Like, oh, well, they don't care that she's being disrespectful. They don't care that she's, acting like a bitch. You understand what I'm saying? And they'll still try to get her number. They'll still try to hook up with her that night. Right? But the thing is that they've already seen that she is disrespectful. And so it's sort of like they're tolerating that, and then it's reinforcing to her that it's okay for her to act like that. And this is why you have so many women who will be out here just being disrespectful. Do you see what I'm saying? Because they keep getting reinforced that that's okay. They keep getting guys who are still going to interact with them and try to get with them and give them attention by them being disrespectful. See, when I'm talking to a girl, if I talk to a girl, I approach her, and I'm interacting with her, and if I see, as soon as I see that disrespect, I'm ending the conversation and I'm moving on. I'm out. I'm done. You understand? And what I used to do is I used to try to point it out to them. I used to sort of try to check them in a lot of times, but as I've gotten older, I'm not even trying to really do that much, because you have that urge to just check them on their bullshit, but you're like, it's just like, let me just back out of this, because I don't want that energy. I don't want that energy. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing is, the more that you interact with women, the more that you're going to be able to peep when a chick is being disrespectful, and you don't really want to engage in that energy, because then now her negative vibes are like, seeping into you, and you're just like, oh, like you just get this feeling, and then that ruins like sort of your momentum when you're out here doing what you're doing. So you don't want to really even get into that realm. You understand? Because you don't want that energy around you. You understand? So it's like once you peep it, you sort of just, back away and keep it moving. Right? And the thing is, a lot of guys, they will continue to try to get with these women. And the reason why this, because, they just want ass, and they're desperate. They have this feeling of lack. You understand? Like, oh, I got to get her because we're already talking and I feel so invested in this situation. So, I got to just keep going to make this happen, and it's ridiculous. And on top of that, what happens is there's a lot of guys who think that this is normal, meaning they think this is just how women are, or this is something they have to put up with when they're dealing with women. You understand? They feel like they have to put up with bitchy, disrespectful behavior dealing with a woman. And now, what I was saying before is that, you need to run away from these women. Do not just retreat, get the hell away. Because if you do engage with these women, if you do actually, interact with these women, in a lot of cases, you're setting yourself up to be in a situation that's not going to be beneficial for you. It's going to be a lot of drama. You're setting yourself up to be in a situation with a crazy ass chick who, in a lot of cases, this is why you hear a lot of cases where guys, interact with chicks and they get falsely accused of doing shit that they didn't really do. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's from dealing with chicks who are disrespectful, dealing with chicks who, have that whole disrespectful vibe. See, this is what I always talk about in a lot of cases, evaluating women and sort of peeping how they are and seeing, how they are before you actually continue to really try to fuck with them. Like, you evaluate how they're acting. You evaluate their responses to, the stuff that you're saying. You understand? You evaluate their tone, their energy, all of that shit. Because the thing is, you don't want to get in a situation where you're dealing with a chick who's going to bring all this drama in your life. You understand? And that drama could happen instantly. You understand? This could be a one night stand and you get a whole bunch of drama from that one night stand. You understand? So you want to be able to peep that before any of the bullshit can happen. Right? Because you are going to run into women who are disrespectful. I guarantee it. If it hasn't happened yet, it's going to happen while you are out here talking to a lot of different women. It's going to happen. And what I want you to understand is that when you see it going down, or when you notice you're encountering a chick who has that energy, you just need to back off, charge that to the game, and keep it moving. You got to keep that moving. Because you don't want any parts of her issues. You don't want that. Because there's other girls out there who are cooperative, other girls out there who are, cool, who are chill. Those are the ones you give the time of day to. And you got to understand that too, is that you have to understand as a man, right? You have to understand your value, and you have to understand what women get from men. Do you understand? So you're not going to bless this disrespectful woman with your presence. You understand? She doesn't deserve that shit. So what you got to understand is, you got to understand that you're way too valuable to be, dealing with that situation. When you see that situation arise, you just got to understand, like, yo, this chick is on some bullshit. This chick has issues. Her social skills sucks. And so what you really need to be asking yourself is, what type of benefit or value could a woman like this even give me? Do you understand what I'm saying? Because at that point, even her vagina is not worth it. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not. Because the vagina is attached to a disrespectful woman. You understand? And this is what I mean when I was saying, you got to evaluate it, because all women have vaginas. You understand? Unless, of course, I'm sure there's exceptions. There's probably some lady that was born out of a vagina. I don't know. But what I'm saying, you know what I mean? These women have vaginas. So the thing is, if a chick is being disrespectful, there's no reason for you to even continue to deal with her, because at that point, her being disrespectful, all she has to offer you is vagina. But then her vagina ain't really good because it's attached to a disrespectful woman. So you got to charge that to the game, and you got to keep it moving. So you got to steer clear from these disrespectful women. Like, just don't walk, run away. All right. So that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, make sure you click the link below, and I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below so you can send me a question and I'll do a video on it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which gives you 7 tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And number 3, I want you to click the link under that to go to badboymembership.com, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.